Recently, Creed 3 actor Jonathan Majors was charged with abuse and harassment. Let's talk about it. Hey, 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 Charisma here. Welcome to Charisma Daily. If you're new around here, hello. So recently, Jonathan Majors was arrested and charged with abuse and harassment of his girlfriend. But then, after the swift arrest, we begin to really understand what's going on. Even though this story is relatively new, I'm going to share what we know so far. And it really frustrates me when I hear another Black man being charged with domestic abuse, and then, and wait for it, and then we get to the bottom of it. We hear a different story from the victim. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, this article from Variety shares that Jonathan Major's lawyer releases text messages he claimed show woman taking blame for the fight. But yet, when he placed the 911 call, the police came and he was arrested. He was arrested for abuse. So let's read and see what they have to say here. It says an attorney for Jonathan Majors released text messages on Thursday that he claims came from the woman whom he's accused of assaulting, in which she appears to take the blame for the fight. According to the messages, which has not been independently verified, the woman wrote Majors after that. I told him it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. She also said she was angry that Majors had been arrested and that she had made clear that the charges did not have her blessing. I reiterated how this was not an attack, the woman allegedly wrote. The person who sent the text also indicates she had injuries and that we had a fight. So it seems that there was some kind of alteration between the two of them. Based on what she's saying, she tried to grab his phone and maybe he was trying to stop her from getting the phone. Maybe that's how she got these injuries. We don't know. But based on what this alleged text message is saying, is that he did not assault her. They had a fight, and that is how she got her injuries. Now it says a representative for the Manhattan DA said, "We have an active and ongoing investigation, but cannot comment beyond that." So Majors was arrested over the weekend in Manhattan and charged with assault and harassment following a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman, according to authorities. After New York police responded on Saturday to a 911 call at an apartment in Chelsea, Majors was taken into custody without incident. The unnamed victim was later taken to the hospital with minor injuries to her head and neck, according to the authorities. Mr. Majors completely denies assaulting the woman. His criminal defense lawyers, Priya Chaudhry, said in Thursday's statement she also alleges that it was Majors who called 911. The police arrived with the paramedics as in its standard procedure and arrested Mr. Majors due to an NYPD protocol requiring arrest in certain circumstances, Chaudhry added. She also disavowed any allegations that he had done anything to her and confirmed that Mr. Majors called 911 because of her mental condition. In three sets of messages provided by Chaudhry, and redacted to protect the woman's privacy, the woman allegedly wrote, "Please let me know when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position." We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of hospital. Just call me when you are out. I love you. In a follow up text, which was sent a few hours later, she says, they just called me again to check on me. And I reiterated that this was not an attack and they do not have my blessings or any charges being placed. Hmm. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation and I said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She ensured this to me. I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can, my end. I also said to the judge to know I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was due to me collapsing and passing out, and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior. Out of care, she promised all will be relayed. Chetri previously had said there's no evidence clearing Majors. A representative for Majors also denied the allegations after Majors was released from custody on Saturday night. He has done nothing wrong, his publicist told Variety. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. Well, and it goes on to list, all of his accolades as an actor. So help me to understand. He placed the call based on this, that based on her health. Well, they were in a fight and she was having some kind of mental breakdown. She tried to grab his phone. Maybe there was some kind of tug and play with them and she got some type of bruises. We don't know for sure, but this is based on her alleged text. This is what she's saying. Now, as you recall, what I just read, she's saying that she will make sure that nothing comes about this. Don't worry. Well, I hate to break it to you, dear. As soon as a call is placed to the police and there's some kind of domestic dispute going on between a man and a woman, the man is automatically arrested. It's a fact. And without anything, he is guilty until he is proven innocent, as opposed to being innocent until proven guilty. These days, when it comes from towards men, they are always guilty until proven innocent. But let me continue. So you don't have the power or have it within your power to stop what is happening to this man's career. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. As soon as he was arrested, his career started going downhill. And it always happens to men. Their career goes to the dog. Well, not even goes to the dogs, because I love dogs and that's a good thing, but it goes to shit, in other words, right? So, the fact that you are worried and concerned about his future, his state of mind, what's going to happen to him, it's a little bit late for that. So let's talk about what's going on now with his career, because this is what happens when, a man is involved and he's involved in a domestic abuse or some type of scandal. First goes his career without even waiting for his name to be cleared. So I'm going to share with you what's happening with his career now. So let's talk about that. So far, the Army reportedly lost $1.8 million after pulling Jonathan Majors' ads post arrest. However, CBS gave them back this $1.8 million. So let's get into it. It says here, Jonathan Major's name has remained in headlines for over a week now since it was reported that he has been arrested and charged with several offenses, including assault and harassment. By the time the news was reported, he has been released from custody, and his rep issued a statement in which he denied any wrongdoing on the star's part. Nevertheless, Majors, who was later accused of vicious, cruel behavior by two directors. So now we've gone from him being arrested for harassment and assault. Now he's being later accused by vicious, cruel behavior by two directors. So it continues to snowball, has felt the ramifications of the legal situation in at least one way from a professional standpoint. He was set to be the face of a campaign launched by the US Army, but the organization opted to pull the release ads amid the controversy. The group is said to have lost about $1.8 million as a result, but apparently CBS paid it back. So the Army intended for Jonathan Majors to be at the forefront at its Be All You Can Be recruitment campaign. And by the time his legal issues came to light, two ads had already made it to air. In a formal statement, a spokesperson for the military branch explained that the initiative wouldn't be canceling outright. However, the organization is opting to put a pause on material involving Majors until an investigation into his alleged assault incident is completed. And it goes on to talk about, two versions of an additional advert featuring the Marvel Cinematic Universe alum was slated to bow on CBS a few weeks ago during the NCAA basketball tournament's Elite Eight games. Based on the aforementioned figure, that proved to be a pricey decision for the company. And that's a truly significant blow when you consider that it spent $117 million in total on the campaign, per CBS's news. So officials were probably pleased when the iNetwork offered to compensate them with a new 30-second ad value at 1.974 million that would air during the men's championship. Also, recut 30 and 60-second versions of the OG promo aired during the Elite 8 games last weekend. You can see the lengthier version of the recently released commercial below. So we're not going to show it. I'm not going to show that, but just really want you to understand what is going on here. And I've already read you his what happened with him and what these alleged text messages from the victim, his girlfriend, I assume, is now saying that it was a fight, no assault took place, it was her fault, and that she's asked them to not to press any charges because what he's being charged with is not true. So, how many men, known and unknown, has to continue to go through this? I know that this has not gone to trial. I don't know if it's going to go into court or whatever. But what we do know is right now, based on what's being put out there, is that this is not true. That whatever has happened, whatever is being presented to the media, his arrests, these charges are not true. I am sick and tired of men being involved in a domestic abuse and they're automatically the perpetrator, they're automatically the abuser. And sometimes, most times than not, it is the woman who is the abuser, but yet it is the man who is automatically arrested and charged. And this affects his livelihood, this affects his career, this affects his life, this affects every aspect of the man. And this needs to stop. So I implore you, if you're a man and you get into a situation with your partner, with your wife, Walk away. Walk away. Please walk away. Leave the house. Walk away. I mean, you would think that calling the cops would be the right thing to do, right? To sort of put an end to it. But no, you're going to get arrested. Okay? If even if you're not the one causing harm, you're not the one inflicting pain, physical pain on your partner, you will be arrested. So walk away. I wouldn't even suggest you to call the cops unless it's really, really bad. But if you can get out safely from the situation, walk away, please. And women, I know that there are legitimate cases where police needs to be involved or you're being assaulted physically and you're being harmed. I get it. Call the cops if it's really, really true. But if it's not true and you are having a fight with your loved one, you're having a fight with your partner, please do not make up bullshit stories and bullshit lies for the cops to come and arrest your partner, your husband, boyfriend, man, whatever, to be arrested. And then his life goes down the toilet. It is not right. It is not fair. Do better. Please do better. Stop capping about being abused when you are not a legitimate victim. Stop it. It needs to stop. You're destroying our men. And that's all I have to say about that. As always, I love to hear from you, whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening on a podcast platform. Let me know what you think about this whole story. Do you think it was right for Jonathan Majors to be automatically arrested, even though he may have not been the one inflicting the injuries or it wasn't intentional? So if you were in a fight with someone, you're wrestling, he's probably trying to get the phone away from her and she got hurt or some kind of bruises or something, then it's going to look bad on the man, even though it was something that the two of them were involved in. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think he should have been arrested? Do you think that they should have arrested them both because they were in a fight? Let me know what you think. And until next time, as always, people don't have to love you. They don't even have to like you. But when you look in the mirror, you better love what you see. Take care and bye for now.